BreitlingSource.com here, and the watch I'm reviewing today is the Breitling Avenger Seawolf in stainless steel. This is the second Avenger Seawolf that's been released. The first one was the titanium version and was revamped in 2008 with this one here, the Avenger Seawolf in steel. Slightly larger case, thicker. Generally speaking, though, the same specs as far as water resistance and movement. Obviously, it looks quite different due to stainless steel and a few other cosmetic changes to the dial. As you can see now, the loom is not just the dots. They've added large markers there on the front of the dial. Helium escape valve here on the side, and of course, if you can see it on the dial, the famous 10,000 foot water resistance. Really large 45.4 millimeter case, and the thickness is quite a bit on this one too. It's actually thicker than the Chrono Avenger, or rather just the Avenger now. And considering that there's no chronograph complication on this watch, that makes it pretty thick. Put it on my wrist here so you guys get an idea of how thick it is. Professional 2 bracelet on this model, fully brushed, no raised emblem. It's a nice looking watch. I really quite like it. The yellow dial is obviously a little bit more interesting than the black, but sometimes having some variety in the collection is a good thing, and I think this is definitely the case with this one. 22 millimeter wide lugs. It hasn't crossed into the 46 millimeter threshold where Breitling changes the width of the lugs to 24 millimeters, so just under that threshold. I think it works. The 22 millimeter lug size works with this watch. It's got the Avenger size bezel, Breitling caliber 17 movement, which is in modified ET2824. One thing I noticed about the Avenger is the crown on it is quite a bit more sort of insulated. It feels like there's less response, and I think it's probably due to the extra O-rings in the crown to make sure that 10,000 feet water resistant is still good. So obviously a lot of O-rings inside the crown there. Case back on this one is pretty much the same as all the rest. Nothing special about it. What I did notice about the Avenger Seawolf is the lugs curve quite a bit. Most of the other Avenger models I've worn doesn't have quite this drastic curve on it, and it might be due to the thickness of the watch, but it actually makes the watch fit quite well on my wrist, which I like. As you can see here, it allows the lugs to curve down. Overall, really comfortable watch, and I'm really quite enjoying it. Unidirectional bezel, brushed in a sunburst pattern. There it is. Breitling Avenger Seawolf in stainless steel. Hope you enjoy the review.